Hello everyone. I haven't done a vlog video type whatever the hell these are in a while. So if I'm not if I'm not all in the if I seem like I'm tired or whatever, it's cuz I am. But this video is to service basically a kind of I'm gonna link people to it because I'm gonna be doing some track reviews, my 2015 in review. I might do that later, and I want a video to point, because basically I was in the hospital, and I want a video to point, because when people hear that, they're like, oh, you were in hospital? I want a video to point, just to kind of tell that story, and I always I try to get things in the moment of my life and probably put them on this kind of bullshit upload channel, but, usually I can't do that, but I'm sitting around unable to do much right now, so this is a pretty good opportunity to do that. So basically, yeah, I was in the hospital for reasons. Basically, I'll tell the whole story in short. And this video can also serve because basically what happened was I had my appendix removed, and I, as a person who never knew anything about what an appendix even is or that it can be removed, if you're a person like that and one day it happens to you, maybe watching a video on the internet will help you get you an idea of what it's like. So I'm just gonna tell the whole story left to right, kick back, kind of random video. So yeah, a couple days ago, I forget how many days ago it was now, because my time has been weird for me since the drugs and the hospital and all that. But basically, a couple days ago, I was out doing errands, and then I came home and my stomach felt awful. And usually when I get sick, I try to just, I don't really even take medicine. I just kind of get through it, go about my day. Not a big deal. In this case, I was feeling a lot of pain, and even though I'm feeling a lot of pain at this point, I'm trying to not make a big deal out of it. And my girlfriend, my brother, they're kind of like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I'm just like, "Oh, I got a stomach ache. It's pretty bad." Nothing too big at this point though. Then I find myself in the bathroom, not having a good time. I if you're grossed out by puking or even hearing the word puke, this is not going to be the video for you. I began. What's worse, puking or vomiting? They both sound kind of gross. I began puking a couple times in my sink. Not feeling too good. I was kind of just holding my stomach for dear life. Like, oh my god, this is like the worst pain ever. Um, I was kind of just I was like, hey, I've puked before though, and usually after I puke, it gets better. I felt a little bit better, and then immediately after that, I felt a lot worse. And so at that point, I think I was like, fuck it, I'll take some medicine. My girlfriend got me some medicine that did something. Um, I was still just on the. I remember just going back and forth between the bathroom and my couch because I remember when I sat on the couch, when I got to a certain position, just holding I would hold a pillow to my stomach and kind of curl in a little ball. And when I got in that position, it kind of numbed the pain a little bit. So I was kind of just frantically in a ball holding a pillow to my stomach. I'm old, whatever. So I was in a lot of pain. My girlfriend, she's kind of freaking out. I remember my brother, he already left with his friend. I remember sitting on the toilet after I puked, just kind of ooh, and his friend was like, "Are you pregnant?" A pretty good joke. So yeah, I'm there on the couch, just kind of in a lot of pain. My girlfriend, she was like, "Oh, I'll get you a painkiller." Um, and again, I can't take pills. I'm very bad at them. I'm very bad at swallowing pills. I've hardly done it the few times that I have in life. I avoid it at all costs. But she was like, "Hey, I'll like crush it and put it in some water so it's easier for you to get down. So I remember just kind of drinking this like pill flavored water, whatever the hell it was, and it was disgusting. It was one of the worst things I ever tasted. And when I'm already at this point, I had puked many times, but I didn't think there was anything left in my system. So yeah, apparently there was. I was just getting up, tasting the worst feeling in my mouth, trying to get to the sink. Didn't make it, puked all over my floor. Just delightful. Yeah, I puked on my floor. It was disgusting. At this point, my girlfriend was like, okay, you need to get to the hospital. And I obviously couldn't drive at this point, so she called her father. And her father, who I unfortunately don't know very well, because I'm awkward, especially in front of adults and in front of adults that I would like to, be on my best behavior. I'm very awkward with these people. So I remember um, climbing into her dad's car and just kind of giving an awkward hey, and then I kind of just curled into a ball holding a pillow. And he probably was like, what a little bitch. And I probably was being a little bitch who was in pain. And I brought my trash can. I don't know if it's still in his car, but I brought a trash can in case I puked. Thankfully, did not puke in his car. Made it all the way to the hospital. Got into the hospital. And I was afraid once I got into the hospital, I would be like in a waiting room. And I'd have to be waiting there for like 30 minutes before anything, happened. And thankfully that didn't happen. The second I walked in there, they're like, what's wrong? And they could kind of just see. I was like, oh. So they got me kind of into this one area, this separate waiting area. And in that separate waiting area, I immediately ran to a trash can and I puked again because I think after I stood up and got out of the car, I was feeling the pains again. So that was the last time I puked. So no more puking in the story. It was at the hospital trash can. So after that lovely experience, basically they're like, I gave them my ID, told them what I was feeling, 1 to 10. I said 7. If you asked me earlier that day, I would have said like 9. Yeah, you never go 10 though. But that's probably just me over exaggerating. When you're feeling the pain, it's way worse. When I think of it now, I'm like, oh really, I would have said that. But I said 6 or 7. They wanted to get my blood, so they gave me a little cup to pee in. I've only done that twice in my life, and so far it's in the same week, because I also donated plasma in the same week. And so I got to pee in another cup, and this time I got to hide it from my girlfriend, who I didn't want to see that. And that was kind of embarrassing, but it's, whatever. Then they like forgot about that I even did that. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot you had that. We'll take that from you. They lead me to this other room to lay down. They stick me with an IV, and this is where the best part happens. They put some medicine into my arm, and the pain went away immediately, and it was awesome. It was fucking amazing, whatever it was. And then they wanted me to stand up and go to this X-ray area. So I stood up. Couldn't really walk because after I got that pain stuff, I was just like, where am I? I think I was in a wheelchair. At this point, my memory is gonna be really fuzzy. They carted me over to this area and were pressing my stomach up against this machine that was gonna read. And were also laying down. I was I just remember machines, and they were doing some work and looking at stuff. I don't remember actually being in the wheelchair going back, but I remember just kind of at the moment being in the wheelchair, being back in the room with my girlfriend. And I don't know, I remember my brother being there. I don't know if he arrived at this point. They told my brother and my girlfriend, if my brother was even there at this point, I don't know. They said my appendix has swollen and they're going to have to remove it because your appendix can burst from too much swelling, and if that happens, that'll fuck up your organs, and it's not a good time. So they were gonna have that surgery the next morning. Until then, I remember just a lot of sleeping. They knocked me out pretty good. I remember my mom being there for a moment, my brother being there, my roommate slash best friend Solomon, he was there. And then they were kind of in and out. I don't remember any of it. I was so drugged up. It was so crazy. Then I remember waking up next morning. I don't know if I remember just like watching TV and watching. I remember just eating food. I don't know if that was before or after. I think it was after that. Yeah, that must have been after. So morning, first thing first then was the surgery. They carted me in. I don't remember. I remember jack shit. This is like a whole day that's happening here, and it felt like literally an hour to me. I remember they kind of brought me into this area, and they made me like. At this point, I was like in a gown thingy. I guess I remember. Yeah, I switched that morning into like those hospital gowns. Oh no, I did that the night before. So I was in those hospital gown things. I was in that. They made me, because they're cutting near where my pubes are. They made me take off my underwear. So a bunch of doctors probably saw my schlong and all that. So that must have been great. So I was naked in this shitty gown thing, and what else? At this point, I'm hearing weird things upstairs. At this point, they're making me sign paperwork, and one person was like, "Oh, this is where you sign your life away, haha." I was just like on drugs. I was just like, joy, sign the paperwork just in case I die. So yeah, I remember signing that paperwork, and after that, it's black. It's completely black. I remember waking up. I was on my side. I don't remember who I was talking to. I just remember a voice. I was like, "Is it over?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's over. You did it." And next thing I remember, I was back in the hospital room with my mom and my girlfriend. Um, and I remember just watching Alice in Wonderland, the 2010 version. I remember just being on TV. I remember Cat in the Hat being on TV, and seeing bits and pieces of those movies. And then then they made sure I could eat and keep my food down. After that, they made sure I could walk a good distance. They made sure I could walk down the hall and back. So I did that. And after that, they said I was good to go. They didn't want me to spend. They said there was a chance I could spend another night up in there, but I probably wouldn't need to. And I guess I didn't need to. I didn't really want to. So I would probably, if they gave me a choice, just go home. And what the results are and how I'm recuperating are basically the day after tomorrow. I have some shit on my stomach here that I'm not going to show you. Maybe in my 2015 video I'll like show pictures, because I'm just going to show a bunch of a picture slideshow and that thing. So yeah, I have some stuff on my stomach here. I don't know if they stitched me up or they're just holding it together, or like with some shit. I don't know what's under those bandages, and I don't really get to find out until they take it off the day after tomorrow. I'm sure I'll just have a scar or whatever from where they cut me open and put a camera inside me and took out organs. As great as that sounds. If you don't know what appendix is, apparently it's useless, and dolphins need them. That's all the doctor told my family. They're useless organs, and dolphins need them, but we don't. That's cool. So I get this stuff off in a couple of days. I'm only supposed to be eating liquids and like Jello and other liquidy things, soft foods that like I can't eat any like things that are hard to eat. at least for a couple days. After I get this shit off, I hopefully will be feeling better and I'll be good and able to work because I kind of need to make money. But yeah. But the one thing they said, it was a little sketchy. They're like, one person said I can't lift more than 5 pounds for a month, and another person said I can't lift more than 15 pounds for like 5 weeks. Both of those sound terrible. I need to be able to lift more than 5 goddamn pounds. And those, they gave me two different numbers and two different dates. So I hopefully I can just work at least a little bit in order to make money. So I can, pay bills and shit. Not that I have money in the bank, but I want to, not sit around like a lazy motherfucker for a whole month. But yeah, and so if you got another reason why I wanted to make this was people like might be asking me like why is there like a sudden like there's a lot more videos coming out recently, and there's two reasons for that. Why there's an increase in videos. And I think I'll go over that in my 2015 in review video, which I think I might film right after this. That'll be fun. Yay. So that's my little story. As I recuperate and I sit around and do nothing these last couple days of the year. What a way to end the year, but I'll have Christmas here pretty soon. Christmas will be nice. I'm gonna see Star Wars, other bullshit. It'll be a couple good days left before the year ends. But if you watch this so far, I thank you. Fun story time. I should do more of these vlogs. I really should. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you if you enjoyed, if you watch this and are still watching, I hope you enjoyed my little story. If your stomach is ever feeling bad and you're puking and you still feel terrible after you puked, you might want to see a doctor and go in sooner than I did, because I wish I would have got there like an hour or two earlier than I did, rather than sit around in pain, like holding a pillow to my stomach. But yeah, that's me as I look fucking terrible. That's because I've had a lack of showers and I've been sitting around doing nothing. So that's why that is. And I'm not like sitting up. I can't sit up for too long or like stand. So that's why I'm kind of in this slouch position here. But yeah, fun times. Thank you for watching. With that, I leave you.